can't believe 2016 is almost coming to an end. Just 27 more days. Can you believe that? What was last year like for you? I believe, like me, a lot of you thought this year 2016 was going to be the year for us. We thought all the stuff that we've been praying for, believing God for, and all the stuff we've suffered and endured in life, that this year was going to be the year of great reward. I thought so too. I thought this year was going to be the year that God has made. I look forward to it, but instead, I'll tell you the truth, instead, it was the exact opposite of everything that I ever wanted in my life. If there was any time in my entire 42 years of life that I had faced the greatest challenges, humiliation, shame, abandonment, rejection, confusion, unanswered prayers, I have faced hopes deferred in my life, disappointment. I have, my goodness, the toughest times ever in my life. I've been through a lot in life, but this year, what I have been through, I've never seen anything like that. If there's any year in my life that I would want blotted out of my memory, is 2016. But when I look at it, if there's ever a time that I have been through, smooth transformation. No, it wasn't smooth transformation. Transformation. It is this year. It's like rubbing two stones together, trying to smoothen one of them. I have been through the harshest times ever in my life, 2016. And as I look at it, that it's just 27 more days before this year comes to an end. I'm looking at what 2017 is going to be like. But there's anything that I learned, that God taught me this year is, I do not look at the storms. Of course, I looked at them, but I had to learn to take my eyes away from the storm and look at the purpose behind the storm. So right now, I am doing this video for specific persons in life, people that have been through tough times, have been through disappointment, especially disappointment that had to come from God. As if God betrayed you, as if God disappointed you, as if God set you up for shame and humiliation and rejection, abandonment. This video is for people like that. I realize that I am not the only one going through this, that there are millions of people going through what I have been through. Time will not permit me to share everything, but there's something I want to share with you. Just some days ago, I was thinking, I thought back to the year 2001. 2001, November 2001, I was engaged to a pastor, and we were arranging the marriage to be 2002 around my birthday, which is February, and December that year, 2001, he broke off the engagement. I'll tell you something, it wasn't the fact that he broke the engagement that broke my heart. It was the way he did it. This guy treated me like I was nothing at all. I was nothing. Nothing. Like I meant nothing, I worth nothing. I traveled all the way to his place. That took me 9 hours journey. On my way from his place going back to where I lived, for the 9 hours on the trip, I wept, I cried. I was crying for many things. I looked at I was like, am I that ugly that a guy would treat me the way this guy treated me? Do I really worth nothing that this guy would treat me the way he treated me? Or God, why didn't you even tell me that this guy wasn't meant for me? I thought he was God sent. I thought he was your son. A lot of thought flashed through my mind. I was so confused. I was so ashamed, and I was so disappointed. And finally I got home. I couldn't tell my friends because I couldn't look at their eyes. But I told a neighbor, a guy who had previously proposed to me, and I turned him down. I told him about the disappointment, about what had just happened. He looked at me and said, thank God. And you should be grateful to God. This is not a disappointment. This is deliverance. I looked at him, and in my mind I'm like, I know what you're saying. Because I turned down your proposal, you're telling me this is not a disappointment. Well, he said, don't worry, time will heal. And when he said time will heal, that kept me thinking. I was like, time will heal. How long was it going to take for me to be healed? I couldn't see myself being healed of that, of what happened in the next 10 years to come. I was, I don't have the right word to describe how I felt, but I wanted to put yourself in my shoes, that you believe so much in God. Okay, remove God out of it. You believe that you were in a relationship that was God led, and you believe that this is a man of God, a pastor, and that you were in the right relationship, and finally, it's like proving to your family, because you seem to be the only one born again, proving to your family that finally, see, God has answered my prayer, I'm getting married. And then look at the whole thing, the way it all. Anyways, I was like, time will heal. That day passed. Second day, I was deteriorating. I lost appetite. I wouldn't want to go out. I lost appetite for life. I lost interest in everything. I wouldn't take my bath. I wouldn't want to eat. I was very depressed, very sad within. Then finally one day, I wanted to hear from God. There was this longing in my heart. I don't know how it works for you guys. Time doesn't seem to really heal me, because my mind seems to go back to certain things that happened in the past, and when my mind goes back to those things, it's like reliving the moment, and it brings back all the horrible memories. So at that time, I knew time wasn't going to heal me. There were certain things I've been through that time hadn't healed me of, so I didn't want time to heal me. I wanted God to heal me. And I knew that my mind was so muddled up that I couldn't even hear if God was to speak to me. We had a little boy. He was about 7 years old and living with us. And I called him and said, Solomon, can you get my Bible for me, please? He did. And I told him, why don't you sit down? He sat down. And I said, open the Bible. I want you to preach to me. That's the language you would understand. Preach to me. He laughed. Little young, cute boy. He laughed. My mom brought him up from the village, to brush him up a bit. So I said, Solo, could you talk to me from the Bible? He gave me that innocent laugh. And he said, Auntie, you know that I cannot read. I said, yes, I know you cannot read. And that is why I trust that you can talk to me. He said, Auntie, I cannot read. I said, no, listen, open the Bible. Okay, close it. He closed it and said, pray. Tell God, Lord, Auntie Elo is asking me to talk to her. Can you open this Bible with me and talk to Auntie Elo through me? He prayed a prayer and he opened the Bible. When he opened the Bible, he said, Auntie, I cannot read it. I said, yeah, where do you want me to read? He pointed to John chapter 7. So I began to read. And when I got to verse 6, as I finished reading verse 6, he said, Auntie, stop. So I stopped. He said, God is saying that I should tell you that your time has not yet come. When those words came out of the mouth of this 7-year-old child, I could not doubt that God was speaking through him. Immediately, it was as if something was lifted off my soul. The depression, the sadness, immediately, like this, like magic, it was lifted out of my soul. Why? It dropped in me that all of that disappointment happened because it wasn't my time. You should take your own time to read John chapter 7, read from 1 to 6, verses 1 to 6, and find out what it says. And it dawned on me that, Eloho, this, like the other guy said, is deliverance, not disappointment. God has delivered you from the wrong relationship. You are not jilted, you have not been disappointed, but you've been pulled out from a relationship that you shouldn't go into in the first place because your time has not yet come. So what am I aiming at here? 27 more days before is another year. We, not everyone, certain people like me, have gone through very harsh time. And if we do not hear from God now, we are going to be lost. If we do not hear from God now, Everything that we have been through, all the suffering, the pain, the disappointment, the harshness of life, if we do not hear from God now, everything is going to be wasted. Our pain is going to be wasted. I have decided that I'm not putting my eyes anymore on what I am going through, knowing very well that it's for a season, that I'm in a school and I must go through this school because I'm going to use all the experiences I've gained in this school for the next level in my life. That is the attitude. I want you to join me every day by God's grace, Mondays to Fridays. I'm going to be putting up a video and sharing with you. We are going to do what I told Solomon to do. In faith, trusting the Lord like a little child that do not know how to read. We're going to grab our Bibles because God knows all things, and we're going to tell him, talk to us. He alone can heal us from all the horrible experiences that we've been through. You know what you have been through. Like I used to do. I was looking at pastors, looking at the church to help, but they disappointed me big time. We're not looking at anyone anymore. We are going to look unto the Lord. He has the word for our healing. He has the word for the direction. You are about going through an exodus, like the children of Israel from slavery in Egypt to the promised land. And this year is like we're stepping out from bondages, from hurt, from the place of brokenness, like I was doing in church today. And we're going to cross over. Bet. We need someone that knows the way. Do you understand? We need someone that knows every link of the way. And God is the one that knows it. I'll drop this with you finally. In Isaiah 58:17, God says, I am the Lord who teaches you the way you should go, who instructs you on how to profit and teaches you what is best for you. Check it out. I want profit. In life, I would want someone that is experienced, someone that knows what he's doing and knows what is supposed to be taught to teach me. I want someone that knows the way to tell me which way to go. And that is all that we need now. So let's remove our eyes from all the stuff we've been through, all the unanswered prayers, and let's grab our Bibles and say, Lord, talk to me. And in that simplicity of faith, open the Bible, read the left page and the right page, whichever way God speaks to you, please, and follow his instruction. Every day, I promise, I'm going to be putting on a video, and we're going to step out of the remaining 27 days in this year, and we're going to cross over. Thank you. God bless you. I'm expecting to do another one tomorrow. Bye. God bless you.